About 3 months ago, I came up with the idea of reading 10 pages every day. So the first 4 days went really well, until after one moment I even had trouble finishing 2 pages. So I asked myself, what is the reason why you and I can keep up new habits? And I came up with something what a lot of people do wrong before they even start the habit. What that exactly is, I'll tell you in this video. Let's begin. But first we have to know what exactly a habit is. So a habit is a behavior pattern that can be developed through frequent repetition. It is something we repeatedly do. So think of situations you were taught in the past by your parents. For example, when you walk down the street, you look left but also right. But also when you have learned something for yourself. So think for example of every morning I start the day with a healthy breakfast. Or I get up at 8 AM every morning. These are habits. So how do people normally start a habit? So think back of the start of this year, 2022. The new year has begun. In the Netherlands we do that by jumping in the cold water with weird orange hats. That's crazy though. Now it's the time of the year to come up with some good New Year's resolutions. Because this year we're really going to make it. You know how it goes, we all subscribe to the local gym, we try to eat healthy, we also have to wake up early, and maybe the most important, we should stop watching Netflix series. It's not all that easy, but this year I have to prove myself. So I'm trying this new habit, finally. So the first week after entering the habit is successfully completed. I've been to the gym already 4 times. But then the first excuses starts to appear. I'm sore. I've already done too much exercise this week. Or I can do it anyway, so I don't have to prove myself again. Your habit wasn't made for you. You give up after 2 weeks. And it's logical that they give up. Because what they're missing was already missing before they started the new habit. And that is willpower. To understand willpower, we have to know what it means. Willpower is the ability to control one's own actions, emotions, and urges. But first you have to understand that willpower is impactful and finite. Impactful. There's no better way to improve your life by boosting your willpower. Willpower is considered as one of the most important determinants of both professional and personal success. Willpower, also known as self-discipline, is what helps us to create lasting positive changes into our lives. It is the inner strength that helps us to achieve our habits, despite the challenges that comes our way. Finite, you are what you believe. In 2010, a study of Stanford University found out that our own beliefs about willpower may play a key role. A series of experiments showed that when we believe our willpower is limited, it also becomes limited. In contrast, those who believe that willpower is not limited and cannot be exhausted show greater self-control and are not likely to lose their will under exhausted conditions. As an example, if you believe that you cannot read 10 pages a day, you will not. And that's why it didn't work for me. You can compare willpower with muscles because it works on the same way. The more you train your willpower muscle, the stronger it gets. If your willpower gets overtime, the muscle gets tired and needs more time to recover. But if you train it on the wrong way, it's more likely to suffer from injuries. By training your willpower muscle smartly, it grows in the most efficient way. And we should not forget that muscles also need rest, because willpower also runs out if it gets overtime. In this way you gain control over your own actions, emotions and urges. So you can keep up reading 10 pages every day. But how do you make the willpower muscle grow? I give you 3 tips to boost your willpower so you can achieve your habits. Tip 1. The eat, exercise and sleep triangle. You probably know it, you just came from the McDonald's and where you were so full of energy at the beginning, you now feel like doing absolutely nothing. Or after a night out with friends, where you probably won't be able to get off the couch the next day. This makes sense because in order to boost your willpower, you need to have a right balance between healthy eating, exercise and enough sleep. Are you a person who has trouble eating healthy or only gets 5 hours of sleep a night? Then this is the reason why you can't live up your habits. By living up a healthy lifestyle, getting 8 hours of sleep, or doing some sort of exercise every day, you will see that you have more willpower to meet your habits this time. Tip 2. Pre-commitment to yourself. Saying to yourself once in the mirror that you really have to go to the gym will probably forget a few minutes later. You can remedy this by committing yourself what the future you must do in the coming period. Ever heard of a good contract has bright lines? That is also how it works with pre-commitment. Let me take you through this. I will help you with an example. A good contract has bright lines. But a good contract has also the start date and a signature to make it legal. In my example, I think 10 pages reading were too much. So to make it more realistic, I do 5 pages. For starting, we first need to have the subject. And the subject is reading 5 pages a day. And we start the normal contract with your name. So me, Ronald Fox, go and read 5 pages every morning after I wake up. I'm pre-committed to this because I know it only has benefits for me in the long term. So the date of today is the start date. And finally, to make it legal, I put my own signature there. And this is how you pre-commit to yourself. Tip 3. Remove self-compassion. The most toxic thing you can do to yourself that makes willpower disappear is self-compassion. Think of talking yourself down like, I can't do it anyway, or it is impossible for me. As I said before, willpower is finite. So if you don't think you can do it, it's not going to happen. Shaming yourself is the best way to destroy your willpower. Because I really want to help you guys to boost your willpower, I've got a bonus tip for you. And that is breathe meditation. And this is the best tip I can give you to boost your willpower in the short term. The idea is simply to focus on your breathing, on its natural flow and how it feels with every inhalation and exhalation. As woolly as this sounds to most people, this is very important for boosting your willpower. Many people work overtime when it comes to the amount of stimuli they take during the day. My willpower experience. Boosting my willpower has brought me a lot. For example, I've maintained a healthy diet and strength training 4 times a week for 1 year straight, because I had a really high willpower. I don't think I ever had so much satisfaction, self-confidence and feeling so good about myself while achieving those habits. And don't forget, if I can do it, you can do it too, as long as you believe in yourself. I started this channel because I really want to help you and inspire you to give you more structure in your life. And especially in those moments when you're not doing so well. I speak from experience because I had several depressions, a lack of self-confidence and an unhappy life. I will appreciate it if you let me know which topics I should talk about in the future. So leave a comment below or send me a DM on Instagram. So this was the video of this week. I hope I've taught you more about willpower and I believe you can now achieve your habits. Have a great day and I see you next week. Bye!